Sanibonani emakhaya. It's a breakfast with Umoyo. I'm your host. Um, I have so much to talk about, but for some reason, in the future I'll be having guests on my show. But I'm having my breakfast and then um, having my tea. And it's like something because good to write. But anyways, ngifuna sizokhuluma about the state of MDM structures. I hope this will interest a lot of South Africans, especially those who have an understanding yokuthi sibuyaphi siyaphi with ama-MDM structures. But as we know, ukuthi in 1988, if I'm not mistaken, uGovernment wamabhunu wenza ama-restrictions kwi-UDF namanye ama-organizational activities. Now, ukwenza ama-restrictions and then UDF, AC, COSATU, namanye ama-organizations engawabalanga ayelwa nobandlululo, they came together but yazini asiqonde go-government. And then I think ngoJuly in 1989, i-COSATU took a lead, yabo, because you remember ukuthi de Klerk at the time wanted, you'll correct me if my history show ayikho right, but de Klerk wayefuna ama-elections. Now, I think in September of the same year, up to 3 million abantu hit the call, then saseziyasuka. Ingako de Klerk wagcina esethatha i-decision ukuthi hayi ahlale phansi kunegotiatwe ne-ANC siqale a new era ye-constitution that would accommodate all South Africans and whatnot. And so that was then what happened. So you then had a mass democratic movement. Now, as we know in history, kwaba ama-negotiations and there was a sunset clause. uNkosazana Dlamini Zuma, minister, wabuza umuzi ukuthi one sunset clause, where is the sunrise clause? But the negotiations, as we all know, and then those negotiations, they led to a democratic society that we have today. Whether it's a democratic society, it's another debate for another day, but not today, because we will have to somehow, bit by bit or bit by pieces by pieces, discuss the topic, and whatnot. Let me tell you something. I dream a lot. I dream. You know, sometimes kuba khona izinto engiyibonayo. Now, abanye will interpret that ngendlela eziningi ezingafani, but I do dream. So, ngelinye ilanga I had a dream. And then in my dream, ngiphupha, it was not a dream. Ngibona a huge tower. So the tower ngendlela enkulu ngayo, it's beautiful. Now the year was 2018. And now the tower in the colors of the ANC, black, green, and gold. So abantu baphethe lamafoni, yabo khona amafoni lanka engaka. Baphethe amafoni lanka, they're taking pictures of the tower. Now, as they were taking pictures of the tower, ya collapse tower, bombo, shona phansi. Ya collapse kanje. Now, tower ikwasa. Now, I felt something special. I strongly believe it was the Spirit of the Lord. And the voice said to me, the ANC will collapse. Pray it. I started. Okay, I remember I called the then SG of the organization, which was Comrade Gwede Mantashe. A message and ngamnikeza ne-plan lokuthi uzothandaza kanjani. I remember uNkulunkulu gave me an idea of 300 men that would be praying. Ngangibabiza labo bantu labo nge-Gideon's army. 100 of them would be blowing amashofar, 100 of them would be singing, 100 of them would be praying. Yeah, I started that. after that, I had no money, I had to travel. We-province ngasawuye ngaya eLimpopo ngakhuluma noNox, ngasawuye ngaya eMpumalanga ngokukhuluma noNdinisa, ngaphelelwa amandla. Now uComrade Gwede gave me a blessing to say, go and speak with all provincial secretaries, then organize a mass prayer for the organization. Now, just pray. A mass prayer, not a program, but a prayer. Because South Africa is made over our programs, and we call politicians to speak as a city prayer. Now, I wanted to organize because I'm in instruction. 2013, I spoke with people like Sidiko and many other comrades or Tlele, to say, guys, please be with me, assist me. There's something coming to organization and it will collapse. Now, because I was nobody listened to me and whatnot. Young and Zegi prayer. Prayer. President Zoom. President Zoom. President Zoom. Prayer. On the eve, involve abafundisi. On the eve of a prayer, abafundisi thizeni baya ku-President Zuma eseThekwini bathi hayi yayizoba elento eKing Spark Stadium, but no, we are not ready, blah blah blah, yonke lento leyo. Okay, yachithwa kanjani prayer? I'm sure into yasikhona yakhona prayer ngithe ngakhola on that day because I wanted the country, the ANC, to be prayed for because the ANC was about to collapse. And then we are also with 2016. So from 2018 to 2016, I'm organizing prayer. I'm trying to check something la. Now, this is the prayer. Hopefully, is the ones bonagala. I organized because now yes, Puma from being a prayer ANC, but to go by prayer ye country, because a lot of foreign tendencies I think in to attack our democratic society or our country. Okay, so what plans are big? But it's fine. They will move. Now, as we move, the organization up until today. Well, now, this is Breakfast Army, and we are talking about the state of our MDM structures. Our structures have collapsed. Now, yes, from now, as a collapsile njalo, it seems as if, I forgot to mention one important thing. The scripture that said, when the ANC collapses, it will collapse the economy of the country. Because uNkulunkulu somehow gave a mandate and authority, President Congress or MDM structures, to pull up the economy of crisis, which was in crisis during the apartheid regime. Because abelungu bangaqhamuka bezoclaim ukuthi the country was better ngesikhathi sabo ngoba if you remember correctly, ama investors ayiseqala pulling away from ilento South Africa. So obviously you will have to give up power or try and negotiate how I'm going to share the economy of the country, because the country collapse. And the economy of the country, if I say ANC, it's a big fat lie, and we cannot allow it is happening and said. Now the country collapsing. The country is collapsing, and because they are no longer aligned to their core mandate. Right. I was just trying to give a preamble. I won't be long. I'll be very short because I don't want to waste a lot of your time listening to me and whatnot. You have the African National Congress. So I want in our way of them. Because ask President Zuma, as I says, but mention izinto that were critical and that were important. And those things I think you and I, City, in fact, those who love him and those who hate him, they're supposed to come together and say, guys, we understand our differences when it comes to President Zuma, but he's making a serious call. Let's heed to the call. Let's try to do something. Now, we are leading the country as the MDM structures, but currently we are not. People who are controlling it. White monopoly capital, because it's a debate for another day. Monopoly capital is monopoly capital. And of course, when you zoom in this country, it has a color and it's white. But we must fight monopoly capital. By fighting monopoly capital, we must also remember that in South Africa, when you zoom in, it's white, it has a color. But it's a debate that most of people are not comfortable ukungena kuyo. And angifuna ukungena about the current administration of the country and whatnot. I'm here to talk about the MDM structures. They have collapsed. And sadly, my dream was correct. My dream was right. They have collapsed. And some of us, Mbatha-Moyo, and it died during this period because indlela okwenzakala ngayo, the organization has collapsed. Now, it will require a radical prototype leadership to then rebuild this organization. Because if you don't have people who are radical, now when I'm saying, in fact, not just prototype, a new prototype of breed to resuscitate the organization, to reconfigure it. Because if you don't have those people, should be abantu who are not money driven, but people whose heart and interest is the rebuilding of the mass democratic structures. Ulala having an idea that today kuhlala, I'm sorry, but I'll say this. Kuhlala ilento conference esasco, congress esasco. And when upapa boom, isihlalile, sekunama parallel structures. Now, parallel structures, you'll find them even in the youth league. Branch national conference of the ANC. There is a lot of mess happening in MDM structures. Now, there is serious crisis. Now, we need to revisit our common need as MDM structures. That's number one. But number two, we also need, I hope, in network I hope. Number two, we'll also need, as I said earlier, a new prototype breeds or breed leadership that will take ANC back to its original mandate. And why people are rejecting and why the organization is collapsing, it is because we have somehow neglected our core mandate. Now, our core mandate is economic mandate, that those who might live a better life. It's not happening. So, let's just eat breakfast and let's talk about the state of our MDM structure, because our MDM structures have collapsed. I'm saying this sitting here, and I hope ngelilanga to those who are there in leadership will sit down and say, where to from here? How are we going to revive the MDM structures? And let's find a solution